You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now. I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, Russell Wilson just became the next NFL quarterback that just landed a massive contract. And this one is so very important for the NFL. Why? Because after the Kyler Murray signing, this was the one that many people believed might be the next fully guaranteed NFL quarterback contract after, of course, Deshaun Watson. And it's clear now the Deshaun Watson contract is an abomination that NFL owners just weren't willing to get involved with. It also looks like now that's the only reason that Cleveland landed Deshaun Watson, because it looks like Jimmy Haslam was the only dumb sumbitch that was foolish enough to give a $230 million fully guaranteed contract to a quarterback. On top of that, a quarterback that's got massive character issues. Let's look at the Russell Wilson contract, and then we'll, of course, talk a little bit more about the fact that the NFL owners just reset the market and made it clear Deshaun Watson's not going to be the standard in this. And NFL owners, it should be noted, are absolutely still furious with the Browns over that contract. This is Pro Football Talk. Broncos, Russell Wilson agreed to a 5-year contract extension. He will not be leaving Denver anytime soon. The Broncos and Wilson have agreed to a 5-year contract extension, according to multiple reports. That's on top of the 2 years he had remaining on the current deal, so he's now under the contract to the Broncos for 7 more seasons. Boy, the Broncos finally got a quarterback. The deal is worth $245 million, of which $165 million is guaranteed. God, the Browns look like idiots right now. Not their fans, but the organization looks terrible. That puts his total pay for the next 7 seasons at $296 million. There was never any doubt that the Broncos were committed to Wilson for the long term when they traded 3 players, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks to Seattle to acquire him. But now Wilson has to put pen to paper and made his commitment official as well. The 33-year-old Wilson has said he'd like to play into his 40s, so it's possible this won't be the last contract he signs. But there's an excellent chance he will play the rest of his career for the Broncos. Now, also from Florio, the lack of a fully guaranteed contract for Russell Wilson counts as a win for the NFL. A wise man once said repeatedly on ESPN, once is an accident, twice is a trend. The new Russell Wilson contract suggests that the fully guaranteed contract given to Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson was the accident, and the absence of full guarantees for veteran quarterback deals continue to be the trend. In other words, the Browns jumped out there and became the outlier. If anyone else was going to get a fully guaranteed deal, it was Wilson, far as the next quarterback's due up. He had leverage. The Broncos gave up a huge haul of picks to get him. He has the credentials. He went on to 2 Super Bowls, and he's a 9-time Pro Bowler. He has an agent, one client-only representative, who has always driven a very hard bargain. He has a team with unlimited resources fronted by Walmart money owners who can write a check of any size for placement of future payments in escrow. But it didn't happen. The Broncos wouldn't do it, possibly to ensure they don't piss off their new partners less than a month after buying the team. The new partners being other NFL teams. And Wilson, for whatever reason, didn't push for it. He wasn't willing, and in the end, to pass on the contract. While the devils of the deal always lurks in the details, it's out of character for Wilson to commit for so long. Usually does a 4-year extension with 1 year left. Now he's done a 5-year extension with 2 remaining seasons, and that is at an average of $42.2 million per season. So this makes the Browns look even worse. I think we can acknowledge, look, outside of a couple of social justice fiascos that Russell Wilson decided to get involved with, most of us can acknowledge Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson. Okay? And that also tells you Steve Bisciotti, the owner of the Ravens, was not happy. He was furious over Deshaun Watson getting a fully guaranteed contract because Lamar Jackson is due right now. Okay, Lamar Jackson is coming up. And Lamar Jackson had a little exchange with a fan online yesterday or the day before over the $230 million guaranteed that was floating around out there. And the fan basically said, look, I love Lamar, but I don't believe in giving fully guaranteed contracts. Lamar actually answered the fan and said, you don't love Lamar. It was very funny. I like Lamar Jackson. He's a Trump supporter, by the way. A lot of people forget that. Kind of brave and courageous in the sports world. We totally forget that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but he's sort of the next one. Now, there's been some speculation that maybe Joe Burrow might get a fully guaranteed contract, but if he does, it's not going to be for $230 million. I would not be looking for that, because why? The money, generally speaking, gets put over in the escrow. And nobody knows that Mike Brown can actually afford to do that, the Bengals owner, right? But the NFL's telling you right here, Watson happened, Kyler Murray happened, Russell Wilson happened. It's probably not going to happen. And it shows you, considering all the baggage that Deshaun Watson has got, the Browns screwed up royally here. And it's also pretty clear they had to do that contract to convince Deshaun Watson to come to Cleveland. Essentially, they begged him to come by giving him a fully guaranteed contract, when we got to remember, just a few days before all of a sudden Deshaun Watson's going to Cleveland, just a few days before, Deshaun Watson had scratched Cleveland off his list and said, I'm not going to Cleveland. And the next thing you know, 5 days later, he signs with Cleveland, and it's because of this contract. Jimmy Haslam is an idiot. God, he looks so bad. Cleveland, the Browns organization, not the fans. Again, they got great fans that don't deserve that. You are paying more guaranteed money for Deshaun Watson than Russell Wilson. Good God. I mean, think about that. And by the way, they tried to trade for Russell Wilson. The Browns did. And which I give them credit for that, at least. You tried, but you went back and got Deshaun Watson. All the while, you still had Baker Mayfield on the freaking roster? Wow. But the NFL owners reset the market with these last 2 contracts. That's a wrap. In other words, this is the NFL owners telling you the Browns made a massive mistake, and we're not doing that. Way to go, Browns. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.